What's going on, guys? Tuki here, back again with another episode of my 48-team Custom League Draft to Glory franchise mode with your Hartford/New England Whalers. That's a mouthful still to this day. We are ready to go for the playoffs as we drew the Dallas Devils in round number 1. A big step up for the club, our first ever playoff appearance. And I'm feeling okay about it. This is the forward set of lines that we are going to go with, and it's still so funny to look at it, knowing just how the league is set up, and that Lindgren, well, actually Lindgren's not a great example, but like Vukafuji is still a second-line caliber player. We were bolstered this season by Michael Misa's 111 points and by Matthias Landeskog's 121. They set the bar so high that playoff-wise, it's kind of scary because there's no way they're going to keep this up. It's just not going to happen, so who knows. Defensively, we had the big question as I made a dumb mistake, right? And in theory, it wasn't the worst idea, but we dropped our weaker overall players to try and give us a better shot at making the playoffs. And we did make the playoffs, but Kalen Parker in particular was abysmal. And I left the option up to you guys, and indeed, we have called up Dan Watkins. Once again, he will be with Dragicevic, Bentham and Skinner, Karppinen, and Virtanen will be the defense. We'll keep staging down in the AHL. But yeah, Kalen Parker, 10 games minus 13. That is horrific. I mean, there's no other way to describe it. In goal, it is Scotty Ratzlaff. Emil Vinny is behind him. Ratzlaff will get the start, and we'll see what happens. I mean, again, this is our first real playoff experience with these rosters. I don't know what to expect, especially so early into this, but what I do know is that this is what we're up against, and Dallas seems to have much better depth where we have the star power. They have Seth Bulbrook, was a first liner with Stanislav Kavanov and Ethan Gauthier. A second line of Felipe Jenkins, Emmanuel Gagnon, and Lasiranta. A third line of Gabe Klassen with Linus Oland and Jacob Mallet. And Drew Elliott. Oh, what a hockey smile on Drew Elliott. I feel so bad for the guy. It's Jerome McGinley's son. And Ross Larmore to round it out. Defensively, it's an interesting one. Alan Wyman is alongside Christopher Oliwa, son of Christoph Oliwa, perhaps. Francesco Iasenza, I suppose. Not the Ia, but the Iasenza. I was going to go with the Asenza, which it might be. Xavier Bouchard's there as well. And a third pair of Keegan Martinez and Curtis McLeod. Their goaltender, Lawrence Nugent-Hopkins, who is an elite goalie at a 73 with Ariel Steos behind him, Ryan Abraham, Matthias Blomstrand, and Nicholas Brulard. Yeah, we'll go with that as the scratch. So I don't know what to make of this, right? I still don't. As we take a look at the ratings for our team, 62, 60, 75, 65, 62. And was that a 57 at the end? 67 at the end. Okay. So obviously, they have the advantage in a lot of ways. We said that they have better depth. I do still think that we are probably the superior team. And again, look at the jerseys that one Mr. Snipe and Score put together. Still a big fan. We'll have to wait and see how this plays out. It is game number 1 against Dallas. Let's see what happens now that we're here. Who knows? First period. Oh my. Okay. Wasn't expecting that. Watkins scores, so welcome back to the lineup. Oswald and Misa. Jar Jar gets it done. Crazy. 3 goals in 6 minutes and 7 seconds. Second period, 4-1. Klassen gets one back. Lindgren makes it 4-1. So we go to the third in the lead on the Devils. And I'm feeling pretty good. Feeling good. Power play for Dallas. Feeling even better now. as it looks like the Whalers are going to pull this off and get that first win done and dusted. Convincing fashion. 4-1 holds. There it is. Big win for the Whalers off of that strong first period. Great games for Misa, Landeskog, and Wroclaw. And as well, with the exception of Dragicevic, you could argue they're the big three, but really 3 of our big 4 being the 3 stars of the game, that is our key to success. We need that to continue, no doubt about it, but that's a great start. Again, Providence made the playoffs again. A 1-1 split with Klagenfurt, I believe it is. We go to game 2. No reason to change anything. Let's hope we have just as strong of a performance. It is game 2, first period. Ooh. Oh, how the turntables hath turntabled. Ranta and 2 goals for Kavanagh, and we are down 3-0. Second period, make it 5-1. Moses gets one back on the power play. Kavanagh gets his hat trick. Martinez scores. We're going to quick sim the third. Well, maybe not. Landeskog scores early. And nothing doing on the power play. If we get to the 10-minute mark without another goal, I'm simming. Okay. 6-3 is your final score. Landeskog tried his best, but it was too little too late. Not the performance we needed from Wroclaw. Landeskog did his job, but yeah, ultimately you're just not going to win in that set of circumstances. Rough game for the Virtanen-Karppinen pairing. And yeah, 6 goals against for Wroclaw. Wasn't even an empty netter at the end. We're not going to take Wroclaw out for one bad game, although I certainly could. We will leave him in. We won't change anything about the lines yet. It's a 1-1 split. I'll avoid temptation. And we'll start game 3 on home ice. First period, goalless. Okay, well, 3 drastically different starts to a game. Second period, 1-0 Dallas. Power play goal for Bulbrook. That puts us into a bit of a rough spot here. Still looking for our first goal of the game. We're being heavily outshot. We've battled back a little bit now. Can we find a way? We can't afford to get shut out, boys. Misa, Watkins, that works too. And for the first time, we go to overtime. We're not going to jump into it. We're going to save that for elimination games. So here we go. Game 3, overtime, home ice, and Bulbrook does it again. The Dallas Devils take game 3. Great performance from LNH. Damn. Wroclaw did well, too. Can't fault him for that. Absolutely can't fault him for that. But we are down 2-1 in the series. Landeskog has been astounding. He has been so good so far. And honestly, in terms of call-ups outside of like Jason Keith, Rick Archer isn't even ours. Yeah, really, outside of Keith or Holmqvist, it wasn't even ours. No, it's basically Keith. That could be the call-up. Our lines are pretty much our lines, are they not? I'm not going to change the goaltender, but a change in personnel might not be the worst option. And we know that Watkins is off to a strong start. Karppinen, not so much. Virtanen, not so much. Bentham, not so much. Skinner, not so much. When everybody's struggling, nobody's struggling, I suppose. We do have Chow that could get the call up. Stajan, Pakarainen. We obviously have options. Do we want to bump down people? Honestly, I think we do. Why not, right? Like, it's not like there's this drastic difference. We will give other players a spot to see if they can step up. It's not like it's that drastic of an overall difference. Give these guys a chance and get people in the lineup that might deserve it. That right wing side, it would only be Keith, really. Or Russ Ray, for that matter. Could get called up. Justin Zout's been terrible. Cycla hasn't been very great. Moses at least has 2 points. So what if we send down the bottom 2? Call up Keith, call up Ray. Left wing side. There was just Booth, Tate Booth, that could be called up. He's off to a decent start in the AHL. It's a little bit rough from here. I mean, there's an argument. The enforcer for McCarty. Did he... He only has 2 penalties. We'll leave the enforcer in here. Let's bring in Booth. Gigantic overall difference between the two, but not a big deal. And then Shepard a -2, hasn't done much. Delorier's been inoffensive. 11 penalty minutes for Oswald so far. I don't know if we can leave him in. That's dire. And unfortunately, actually, we have no other proper centers. So at least we know with Oswald, we can send him down if need be to that 4th line, because my God, is that just not good enough? So Keith and Ray are the 2 new call-ups. Delorier hasn't done much yet. Then there's Shepard. So we're going to go with that little setup there. We'll drop McCarty because he's an enforcer. Lindgren, 1 goal +3. We'll go Vuka, Fuji, Misa, Landeskog, Lindgren, Delorier, Moses, Booth, Shepard, Keith, McCarty, Oswald, Ray. And then defensively, we want Watkins and Dragicevic together for sure. And, well, we know it's going to be Chow, Parker, Pakarainen, and Stajan. That's okay. Wroclaw can stay in. Technically, the AHL club gets a little bit stronger. We'll go best Lions and just let them go for it. And we'll see if this works. I feel like this could pay off, this aggressiveness, simply because there aren't those drastic differences in overall. Why not give people a chance? First period, that's why. We're down 2-1. Kavanaugh on the power play. Bolbrook again. These two are killing us. Booth does score, though, which is nice. Again, one of the lower overalls in the lineup, but good job there. Second period. Oh, there we go. Landeskog. Man, this guy is... He's going to be a Hockey Hall of Famer by the end of his run. Kavanaugh scores again, though. We don't have an answer for him, but we are tied. Going into the third period, 3-3 game. Can we find a way? Yes, we can, to take the lead. Michael Misa. Jar Jar getting it done. Power play goes to waste. 8 minutes left, up by 1. What's been a pretty strong comeback effort here. Can Wroclaw shut the door? Yes, he can. And Lindgren adds the empty netter for a 5-3 Whalers victory to tie the series up at 2 apiece. Landeskog and Misa getting it done yet again. Risky changes, I'm aware, but they paid off in spades. Parker was the only one. I fucking hate Parker. He's so bad. Wroclaw, not great. I am going to take a look at his save percentage to the first 2 games. Or for the first 4 games, because it feels like he's had 2 good games, 2 bad games. What are those numbers looking like? An 894. We're going to give Emil Vinny the opportunity. And I got to be honest, I'm already going to panic and take Parker out of the lineup. Him being a minus in his first game after how that regular season ended, get the fuck out of here. Like, we're just not dealing with them. So congratulations. We'll go with Ivanov. Mr. Ivanov. He is the man for this spot. And honestly, it does mean I'm going to try something. Oh boy. Ooh. Okay, never mind. I am just going to play. Oh, God. Okay, well, we got a bit of a problem now, don't we? Just a bit. Even though I'm sorry, you're out of here. Yakola. Are you the man for us? I hope you are. I really, really hope you are, because, oh my God. Please be the guy that we're looking for. Oh, fuck. Okay. That's a problem. All right. Bentham. Oh, God. I mean, Bentham wasn't brutal. That's NHL and AHL numbers combined. So we'll call Nolan back up and hope that he is at least a half-decent fit. Jesus, Marian Hossa. We need a new coach, apparently, is what we need. This is highly unfortunate. So Pakarainen. 1 game played and +1. Stajan, 1 game played +1. Parker, don't have me regret this, please. God, I feel like this is a mistake to still have him in this lineup, but here we go. End of the day, he gets his spot back. And is still apparently a minus. What am I missing as to where he's still a -3? Am I missing something here? He wasn't a -3 before, was he? Am I losing my mind? I swear to God, I'm losing my mind. What the hell was our defensive combination then? There's no way I would have run with that -3. Unless I'm seriously losing my mind. What about Little or Bakos? Will either of these guys work out? I mean, damn. Please? Let's try Little. Okay, Little will work out. We can shelter him with Dragicevic and still keep Watkins in a half-decent spot. Kind of strengthened, bolstered by our right-hand side. AHL is what it is. If they win, cool. If they don't, whatever. It's a pretty important Game 5, and I messed with the lineup a bit after winning. It's a risk, but let's go for it. First period, 2-0 Whalers. Landeskog is on course for the Hall of Fame by the end of the season. Second period, make it 3-0. Jar Jar, power play. Our 2 stars are carrying us, and to be honest, in a league like this, 2 stars might be enough. Now, Kavanagh scores the first past Vinny. It took 26 shots to finally get one past him. But hopefully, we can hold on here. It's looking okay. It's looking good. Positivity. And there it is. A 3-1 win despite being heavily outshot. Emil Vinny steps up. Gets a big win. 2-star players leading the way. And just like that, the Whalers are looking all right. Oh my God, Landeskog, you are just pure filth. It is game number 6. Got to make sure Vinny's back in after a performance like that, because I think auto-rotate is still on, and indeed it was. Emil, can you win this for us? Game 6, home ice. Can we get our first playoff series under our belts here? The notch in our belt. Under our belts? Under our belts, sure. First period, goalless. Second period, goalless. Oh, God. Here we go. Third period, Gagnon scores very early on. The Gagnon. So we killed off a power play. 12 minutes to go. I mean, boys, you got to score. Vinny's done well. There's Shepherd, of all people. We are tied. Power play for the Whalers. Goes to waste. And with that, might it be overtime? It is. It's an elimination scenario. So you know we have to watch it. Can we end this series? Game 6. Home ice. God help me that we end up in this situation. But here we go. And it's our chance. Hopefully it's our time. As the Devils win the opening draw. Can the Whalers get it done? Ethan Gauthier. Centering feed. Great block. Second chance. Bouncing puck. Little. Having a bitch of a time holding on to it. Oliwa for Bolbrook. Rocket pass. Kavanagh loses it. Landeskog for Misa. Michael Misa for Vukafuji. Landeskog can end the series. What a great chance for Landy. Misa battling with Oliwa. That goes to the point. Dragicevic shot deflects to the corner. Misa in the corner. Tries to go back to the point. No one there. Kick wasn't strong enough. Misa has it. Dragicevic to Little. Throws it on. Save. Rebound. Misa couldn't hold it. What a shift. Little throws it on. Rebound. And Landeskog had a tremendous chance. Great protection on the rebound control. Oh, man. Second line. Now it gets scary. That was great from the first line. Face off one. Chow. Oh, the defender couldn't hold it. I think that's Watkins, is it not? It is Watkins.
Sends a pass over.
Watching some low-level players try to play this game. Gagnon on the interception. Holds up. Over. Yasenza can't do anything with it. Here's Chow, and it's very obvious we're going to have to be aggressive. Delorier took that comment to heart. I was going to finish the sentence and say on using our timeout to get our top line out there, Jacques Delorier with the penalty. And might that open the door for Dallas to force Game 7. Face-off won by the Devils. Good play. And McCarty had space to gallop, but he'll dump it in. Around the end boards. Yasenza cuts back. Cross-ice pass. Oland trying to walk through. Dragicevic able to clear. We need this win. Can't let this go back to Dallas for Game 7. Can't do it. Oland. Centering feed. What a glove save! Emil Vinny. Woo!
Another face-off looming here on this power play.
Vinny Vici. My God, what a glove save. That was a tremendous stop. Stajan clears it out after the face-off win by Misa. Lawson turns it over. Oswald can't get the pass. Still fighting. Yasenza hit. Oswald Stajan shot save by their goalie. Dude, when Michael Misa's out there, the skill gap is insane. Here's Dallas broken up. Bulbrook. Nope. Stajan for Misa. Jar Jar clears. Still got a long way to go, though. Here's Clausen. Trouble for Dallas. Sends for Gauthier. Extra pass. Oswald elects to clear. They did have a guy way back, so not the worst call. Bulbrook. And a thorn in our side all series long. Broken up. Kavanaugh broken up. They score. It finds its way back to Bulbrook, who I think also just walked off the bench. And the Dallas Devils force Game 7, winning 6 in overtime on the power play. They might look back at that one with a lot of regret. It was a great first save by Vinny, but in the end, Kavanaugh's shot broken up and wide open 5-hole for Bulbrook. Not a chance. Game 7 it is. Hoping to get a win here. If not, the draft is next in our future. It's Game 7 against Dallas. Do we switch the lines? Number one, Emil Vinny is our guy. Do we switch the lines? Is there anyone who's been particularly bad? It doesn't look like it. I think we go for it. Game 7 in Dallas. Can we extend our season? First period, 1-1, Jenkins and Landeskog on the power play. Second period, 3-1, Landeskog and Jar Jar. We go to the third, up by 2. Can we hold on? Emil Vinny has been insane in this series. Power play, Ray. The New England Whalers are going to get it done. We are going to just floor Dallas. Late goal for Oland. I want to see this happen. I want to see the handshake line. We are going to eliminate the Dallas Devils in 7. We are moving on. Lack of depth be damned. 11 seconds away from our handshake line. And who knows, maybe this could end up being a rather interesting postseason run for us. 4 wins down, 12 to go. The Whalers move on.
And this brings this one to an end. They're going on.
Tremendous. I really didn't think, it was going to work out, all the lineup changes, the change in goal, but it worked out very, very well. And Emil Vinny has stolen the starting job as Dragicevic leads the way through the handshake line. Frickin' Kavanagh and Bulbrook. I never want to see those two again. Jesus. Those guys were putting up points for fun. But we got it done. A big victory in Game 7. In the second round. Second round coming up. Which does scare me a little bit. Let's take a look at the numbers here, though. I mean, Landeskog and Misa. My God. No other forward had more than 4 points. We could argue certain changes of who should still be in and who shouldn't. Defensively, though, Watkins and Dragicevic. Yeah, say hi to Dan Watkins. He's never going down to the minors until this team level really steps up. And then goaltending-wise, we're going to have to find a new look for him. A look fitting of a starter. Because Emil Vinny's the guy. However, in the second round, and you knew it was coming, we draw an immense challenge. The Hamilton Hounds. Former champions. It is Hamilton, Hartford, San Francisco, Houston, the New York Blades, and Calgary Broncos. Phoenix plays Seattle. As we knock off number 8 Dallas, but now as the 9 seed, it's Zach Benson and the Hamilton Hounds that await.